What's up, great girlfriends? It's Sybil here, and this pod mama has a pod baby. That's right, the Grace Podcast, which is a spiritual development podcast dedicated to helping you grow in your relationship with God through the Word of God. Listen in each week as we take your life, plug it into scriptures, and refresh it with biblical insights to make you more bold and brave each day. You can log on to my website, SybilAmoody.com, to catch up on the most recent episodes and leave your iTunes review. Thank you for listening. Welcome to the Great Girlfriends Podcast, where we discuss life, love, laughter, and everything in between. We're your hosts. I'm Sybil Amuti.
And I'm Brandis Daniel.
And before we jump into this week's episode of the podcast, make sure you sign up for our newsletter at
thegreatgirlfriends.com.
And don't forget to leave us an amazing iTunes review.
Yes, that is the payment for listening to this podcast.
I love it. 5 stars all the way. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
What's up? What's up? We're back with another edition of The Great Girlfriends.
Yes.
We're not here alone, though.
We're not here alone.
We got somebody keeping time.
We do.
Managing this whole scenario.
I know. We got Miss Roseanne Uruguay back.
Hey, great girlfriend.
Yay!
Excited to be back. Thank you, ladies.
Oh, we're so glad to have you back. And we are recording live from Brooklyn. Hey.
Hey. Brooklyn in the house.
Brooklyn, make some noise. Yes. How was your weekend, B?
My weekend was I actually had a long weekend.
Nice.
I felt like I got a lot done and a lot of just like me time over the weekend. So it was good. I found a new playground in Brooklyn.
Oh, that's a treat.
That I was quite excited about. Yep.
That's mom stuff.
I know. I never even noticed playgrounds before.
Right. I was going to say, remember the days when you drove past and you almost pitied the people that were over there pushing snacks like you were headed to brunch. You're like, look at those ladies stuck. Now you one of them yay, a new playground.
Yes.
That's so good.
They had a play date last night.
Oh, fun.
Yes, it was good. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was breezy. Very
Good.
good. I can't complain. Bingo night at school Friday night with the kids.
Okay. Oh, nice.
I'm telling you.
Exciting.
I know. Things change so drastically. I mean, but no, bingo night was from like 6 to 8:30 or whatever. And after that, I had adult time, so it was really great. And then Saturday was just family day. And Sunday was really a recovery day. I had to get ready for the week rather. So it was good. Yeah. What about you, Rosie?
My weekend was amazing. So normally my weekends are just Saturdays I'm in church, Sundays I'm doing the meal prep, getting the kids ready for school, getting myself ready. But I had 2 visitors from Congo. So my girlfriend from Africa came out to see me, and she brought her friend, and the connection was just amazing. Like,
good.
Great girlfriends instantly. It was so good, and we spent the weekend together, and it was amazing. Really good.
That's awesome. I love when that kind of stuff happens.
I do too.
That's normally how it's supposed to be. Like, we talked about this before, I can plug one of your girlfriends in, plug mine in, and theoretically everybody can play fair, right? Yeah, I love that.
It was good.
Aww. So that's so good. Well, before we go further, I think we wanted to let our great girlfriends know that you should be putting your iTunes reviews in.
Absolutely.
Pressure, no pressure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, make sure you leave your review on iTunes. That's the way that other great girlfriends learn about the show. They learn what you think about the show, and they trust you. So they really want to hear your opinion, because once they hear your opinion, they're like, oh, if this lady says it's 5 stars, hint, hint, then I'm going to go ahead and give the show a try. So please make sure you leave your iTunes reviews. If you've done it already, hooray to you, but we have over 270,000 listeners from around the world who have not written their iTunes reviews. So we're counting on all of you to lift your voices and leave a review.
Absolutely. Well, I am so excited to jump in today.
Are you?
I am.
You look excited.
I am.
Brandis is ready to lay down these tracks.
Let's do it. Let's do it. What are we talking about today?
Oh my gosh. So today we're talking about shedding your titles. And I feel like we're about to have
Yes.
I feel like we're about to have church here, but really shedding your titles. And this whole conversation stemmed from another conversation, which is typically how it works. One conversation begats another. But another conversation that I was having with a woman who's in my mentor program, Brave. Shout out to Brave, all the listeners that are part of Brave. And we were talking about her life, and she was like, well, as a single woman, as a single woman, as a single woman, as a single woman, and as an executive, and as this, and as, you know, everything in her life was about her titles.
That's good.
And as she kept, you know, as she was speaking, I listened to the other women in my life in the back of my head, and myself, you know, as a mom, as a wife, as an entrepreneur, as a female founder, as, you know, as a friend, as a sister, as a daughter, all these titles that we carry, that we live our life, you know, that we kind of use to live or to mount our lives. We use these titles to really set up whether or not life is good, life is bad, you know. And so she was guiding with the idea that as a single woman, you know, life was X, Y, and Z. And I said to her, everything in your life is being filtered through the lens of a single woman.
I love that.
Through single. So you're always, you know, automatically when you see a couple, you start getting hopeful, or you wonder things about what couplehood is like, or you wish for things that you don't have because you've isolated yourself and you see your life as a single woman. And so, you know, one of the things we were talking about was how can we eliminate the titles and just live as women?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like how can we just live and thrive as women first, and then let the titles just kind of hang like accessories on it, like charms on a bracelet. You know what I mean?
I love that.
These are my charms, or these are my chain, the crosses on my chain, but my chain is womanhood, right? So that's what we want to dive into today, great girlfriends. And so some of y'all sitting here, some of our executives, they at their desk like, but I'm an executive.
No, they're feeling lighter.
Are they?
Yeah, they're feeling
lighter. Okay, good.
Lighter already.
But can you guys relate to this?
Yeah,
I know
absolutely.
I can.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's I get it from women because, you know, our titles sometimes play such a big part in our lives. And so I understand why women do it, but I just don't think we can lead like that. You know, like lead our lives through the filter of this title.
Well, the truth of it is, if that's the way you see the world, that's the world you will live in.
Absolutely.
If you see the
and
world,
you'll miss out on so many different things.
Come on. And if we live our lives, you know, as professionals, and we're constantly guiding our life through the professional lens, then I won't have personal relationships. Everything will be filtered through this lens of professional, and the perception that I hope you will gain from me will be as a professional, and as this and as that. Every title that I lay before you, because that's how I want you to receive me. And it's something that we, you know, need to be intentional about, because I'm telling you, when you become a mom, man, sometimes you want to just lay that mom title in a trash can somewhere. You know, like you're grateful. You're so grateful. So grateful. But sometimes you want to put that to the side.
Yes.
But it's hard for people to put a title to the side when you put your identity on it.
It's true.
That's big.
It's true. I the other week, last week, I was in Harlem for an event. And after the event, I like sent out a message to my girls and was like, who's in Harlem? I'm here. Like, you know, and they happened to be, you know, out at dinner at a really cute restaurant. And I just went out there with them. And I'm telling you, we laughed until my stomach hurt. I had so much fun. Just as Brandis. You know, not thinking, oh my goodness, I need to hurry up and get back.
What's
Sky's going to be up in the morning. And it felt so good. I just felt like myself.
I definitely think that this topic is just going to bring so much liberation to all these women, because unless you're intentional, like Sybil said, it is hard to do it. Society puts you in the what is your title. So you go somewhere and you fill out a form and it's asking you, are you single? Are you married? Are you divorced? You know, what is your title? What is your status? Or you go to a job interview and they're like, oh, so tell me about yourself. And I want to say, yeah, I love to travel. I love to eat cheesecake. I love to do this. But they don't want to know that. They want to know, tell me all the titles you've held. So I love that this topic is just so liberated and freeing for these women, because for me, I've been in the same place where someone asks me about myself and then I'm quick to say, oh yeah, I'm a wife, I'm a mom. I have been Roseanne for years before I became a wife. Years before I became a mom. And I think it's also it gives hope to the other woman, because if you can't define yourself as a wife or a mom, then does that mean that you can only look at your career title? Does that mean that you don't have worth? So once we do start to find out who we are as a woman and just hone in on our identity, I think that's where we finally start to know our story and get to know more about who we are.
It also affects who we meet, right? Like, I feel like the thing that makes life so full is having like these different personalities of great girlfriends. You know, you got your artsy great girlfriends, you got your professional great girlfriends, you may have your entrepreneur great girlfriends, but I love having a diverse group of great girlfriends. But if I only see my life through one title, I'm probably gonna only surround myself by those people.
Absolutely.
And so I miss out on, you know, the art show that's downtown that I need to go check out, or the photography, or, you know, and sometimes it's by age. I have to actively seek out the 20-somethings to let me know, because I need to always know what's hot and what's new. You know, I didn't even know about It's a Snack. Somebody had to school me on. Somebody had to school me on being a snack.
I should have schooled you on that, B. I'm sorry.
I knew this over a year ago, Sybil. Okay. I probably knew before you. Look, and our great girlfriends is probably like, great girlfriends. There's some of you listening right now who don't know what a snack is.
Listen, I'm gonna represent for those great girlfriends, because I have no idea what they're talking about. I don't know what that is.
Go ahead, be a schooler.
So when somebody say, "Oh, it's a snack," that's actually like a new term for a woman that looks nice.
Come on, y'all.
I know. But I'm just telling you that is the new thing.
You really did say that like an auntie just now.
I said it just like an auntie. I know our young great girlfriends are like clowning me right now. It's all good. Did I say it properly? Well, how would you say it? How would you define snack?
Oh, no, that's it. You fly, like, it's a snack. See how I said that? It's a snack.
And Issa, ISSA.
Yeah. Do you use Issa?
I don't.
Oh,
I'm like, Issa, right? We're like,
that's okay. But I think Issa is over, FYI. I feel like by the time this podcast released, the millennials gonna have a new one for us. They're gonna be like, we don't say that anymore. We stopped saying that in 2017.
That's so true.
Because remember when Fleek was over, I was like 6 months behind.
Oh yeah, you were 6 months behind.
I was like, you don't say Fleek anymore.
Yeah.
But anyway, back on topic. But seriously, no. One of the revelations that I had was like, okay, I'm in the kitchen washing dishes, right? And I'm in like domestic mode, and for me that's a mode, because I don't dwell there. That ain't my strong suite, y'all. But I do it because I like to have a certain quality of life, and I like my house to feel good for me. I'm in the kitchen, I'm doing that, and I was thinking about, okay, when I get off of this, I got to jump on email, right? Because I got a call in an hour. So I'm thinking about the next title that I'm wrapped in. Dang, did I pack Sam and Dylan's lunch? Okay, that's my mind just split into another dimension, because now I'm thinking about packing lunches. This fork has probably been clean. Mind you, I'm on a fork.
Okay.
So it's clean, but I'm scrubbing it because I'm thinking, okay, did I do this for that? Then I'm like, all right, got to wrap this up, because, you know, nighttime, let's keep it 100. My husband's ready. I'm ready. We're going to go hang out. Okay. We're going to go hang out. Then I got to get sleep. Then I got to wake up the next day. And so it's the stacking of all these titles that wears us down.
Right.
Wears us down because we take on the load and the weight of them all at once.
Yes.
And honestly, you know, me washing dishes could be a moment where I just enjoy being a woman and I have my favorite music on, or I'm just dwelling in my own thoughts instead of me chasing after my titles and constantly having to remind myself of responsibility. And so that's part of the complexity with us living according to all these titles, is that we always pursue the fulfillment of them.
Absolutely.
Always. It's like it's hard for us to exist and dwell in our personal strength and in our own, you know, virtue and valor without having to have this trophy of being good at something else.
Absolutely.
I'm a good mom. I'm a good wife. I'm a good executive. I'm a good podcaster. I'm a good girlfriend. And we're so conscious of that. And girlfriends is not a bad thing to have an awareness of the responsibilities that we have. It's a bad thing to stack them all at once. all at once, and it makes us unproductive, as Roseanne would say. We do, because we're so conscious of that we forget about just enjoying,
absolutely,
personally enjoying ourselves. And so when it comes time for us to say, what do you like, Brandis? What do you want to eat? Not what does your husband want to eat? What does Scott need? Because you be thinking, I need to put applesauce on the side. Right. Rich wants a steak or whatever. But what you feel like having tonight? You gotta think back sometimes. Like, what do I want to have?
What do I enjoy?
Yeah. What do I? Just because I enjoy it, not because any title taught me that I need to drink a certain drink at this dinner, or I need to be present here with this person, and I gotta feed a family. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely.
So, I mean, that's one of the other things, is like, it wears us down.
We'll be right back after these messages. Hey, great girlfriends, we're inviting you to join us for the 2019 Doers and Disruptors Conference, June 13th through the 15th in New York City. This 3-day event includes exciting receptions, life-changing panels, incredible mastermind groups, connections, and more. This year, we had over 100 great girlfriends from around the world connect with like-minded women and create incredible memories. Now, it's your turn to be a part of this exclusive event. Visit our website, www.thegreatgirlfriendsconference.com, to grab an early bird ticket for yourself and your greatest girlfriend. We cannot wait to see you there.
Are you struggling to get ahead in life? Are you tired of living a status quo, mediocre, average life? Is your life characterized by chaos, confusion, clutter, and disorder? Are you frustrated with the continuous cycle of defeat? Is your vision for your life bigger than how you're living right now? Are you living beneath the vision God has for you? Are you ready to step into your greatness and all that God has for you? If yes, join the Abundant Life Camp. ALC is a success and accountability group for women ready to step into the abundant life you desire. Abundant Life Camp. Visit the website at www.abundantlifecamp.com.
The other thing that I'm seeing more and more of is that if we don't have a title, we feel like we don't have a cape.
Exactly.
Like, we feel like we're insufficient if we don't have all the titles that another great girlfriend has. Well, look at her life. She has this, she has that, she has, and I have X, Y, and Z as a title. Therefore, I'm not as capable as the next woman. Right? Yeah. And I think it's so interesting. I mean, for me, it all points back to the Bible where, God created woman. I'm like, woman is enough.
Woman is plenty.
If you do woman, being.
Woman is plenty.
Right. It's so funny because when you were saying all that, I'm thinking to myself, why do we do this? But I think part of it is the fact that we're natural nurturers. Mm-hmm. We're the ones who are taking care of everyone. We feel it's our responsibility, which sometimes, based on how the house is structured, it becomes your responsibility. But I feel like it's almost guilt.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Sib earlier today and she was like, she took a nap. And I'm like, I don't do naps. But why is it that I don't do naps? Is it because I don't get tired? Of course I get tired. But I feel like I'm wasting time. I feel guilt. Mm-hmm. And I think it's that guilt that puts all these titles and responsibility. Because even when I see something on social media that says self-care is necessary, self-care is critical, I'm like, yes, and I'm gravitating towards it and I'm loving it. But then once you start to make the spa appointment or sit down for some frozen yogurt, or you're like, oh, but I have to wash the dishes, but I have to do this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have to shed these titles, lady. Woman first. Because is there any you? Is there any other title without you?
Yeah.
Like, you have to make sure that you're taken care of first.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's where a big thirst for self-care has come from women to saying, like, hold up. Hold up. If we don't nurture, on a personal level, what can we offer the world? And you can tell any woman, if you don't have your cup full, you pouring from an empty cup. Every woman says amen because we understand, but what is that cup?
Right.
What is that cup? It's not the cup of professional. It's not the cup of entrepreneur. It's not the wife cup. It's not the mom cup. It's the actual woman cup that we're talking about.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I just had this conversation with a client because she was telling me all these amazing things that she does for her husband, for her child, for the school, for the church. And I'm like, I'm going to say something so cliche right now. And I said to her, in case of an emergency, whose mask do you put on first? And she's like, my husband just told me the same thing. And I'm like, yes, you have to secure your mask first.
Yeah.
You have to.
Absolutely.
You absolutely have to. Or you drive yourself crazy.
You really will.
You know, and also sometimes we tie our self-worth to these titles.
We do.
You know, I'm worthy because I just got promoted to, you know, this particular position. So now that makes me worthy. Or I'm worthy because I work for this particular company.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and so all of my worth is tied up into that company. But what happens when that company decides they're going to let you go?
Right.
Are you still just as worthy?
Right.
Or I'm so worthy because, you know, I've gone to school for 8 years and now I'm a doctor.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
is all your worth tied up in being a doctor?
Yeah.
What if you
a lot of times it is.
What if you can't? But what if you can't be a doctor? What if
Yeah.
something happens and you can no longer be a doctor?
Yeah.
Devastated.
Yeah. How have you nurtured the woman, the character, the core, so that you're protected? That's your insurance against all of the things that will come to snatch those. Yeah, because you think about that. I look at, you know, I hear a lot of conversations about loneliness, and I wonder, what are you telling yourself when you're sitting alone? It's look, when I'm alone, I am dancing
Excited.
in my underwear. I'm so happy because I'm like, all the people have found somewhere to go.
Yes.
So I
Right.
get to enjoy my alone time. But it's not lonely. It's not lonely. It's time for me to connect with me.
It is peaceful.
And I'm grateful for it.
I am grateful.
Yeah.
But I do spend a lot of time nurturing myself.
Right.
I do try to make that a priority. But I was I clinged to my titles for many, many years and suffered because I was like, wait, where's that title going?
Right.
No, hey, give me that title back. And then I would feel like people were threatening my identity if they came to try to challenge my title. Well, let me go get another title just to shut you down since you want to come for my title.
That's so true. I've been there too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think having a great girlfriend, being a great girlfriend has given me a certain freedom because what we have seen as evidence from this podcast is that women want to connect with women.
Yeah.
Women.
Outside of their
Absolutely,
title.
they do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And at the core, if you go around the world and you can look at what took place with the Women's March 2017, 2018, and you can look at the marches from many years before, and you can look at the movement, we have so much more alike. We are so much more alike than we are different. We have so much in common at a core place. We all have the same needs. We all have the same desires. And we oftentimes always have the same challenges. So if we don't understand how to appropriate womanhood, femininity, strength, vulnerability, trust, and all those anchors that make us so fierce,
Yep.
I don't think that the titles will ever matter.
Absolutely.
Because we won't ever understand what to really do with them. How do I appropriate, my professional titles if I'm not a strong woman? I'll use my titles to tear other people down.
Yeah.
If I don't
So
really
true.
know who I am, I'll manipulate with my titles because
That
I'll
makes
expect
sense.
the title to define me
Absolutely.
and bring me certain things in life.
That absolutely
know?
makes so much sense. And I think that's why you see so much confusion with your identity.
Yes.
Because you see these women trying to act like men because they don't know who they are. They don't know the power of being a woman. So they're thinking, well, if I need strength, I need to be a man. Your power is in your womanhood.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
masculine energy is not going to be the means by which you exert feminine strength.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
going to take feminine energy. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think we should talk about what the solutions are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think you have to know, what does womanhood mean to you? And I had to go back, in your own blueprints, every model that you've had that's gone before you. And we can first start at home with our moms.
Yeah.
My mom is just a fantastic woman. And I saw her in my childhood being a lot more mother than I saw of her womanhood.
Yeah, same here.
I saw my mama.
Yeah.
I didn't quite understand her womanhood, but I saw a strong mom and I saw a strong wife. So those were two attributes that I feel were developed in me as a result of the nurture that I had. However, my mom will sew your clothes from scratch. Well, Sybil's not that chick. Like, I don't have a sewing machine. I had to be okay with that.
Right.
To be okay with not making every meal from scratch. I actually don't want to. I don't mind having a chef. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? But my mom has to be the one that does it all. So I had to understand for myself for this model that I'm crafting for my life, what womanhood means to me.
Right.
What characteristics do I need to condition and nurture that I want to exert or contribute to the world? Not everything that my mom did will work for me.
Right.
Not everything that my aunts did. Not everything that my siblings, my sisters did, or, my friends from high school, whatever, even my great girlfriends. I have to be strong enough to make or sculpt my own model and really be in touch with what God wants me to do in season versus every other woman.
Right, because while it might be a good framework, you still have to find out what works for you. You can't look at other people's path and then try to mimic them. Sybil already exists. Brandis already exists. I don't need another Sybil. I don't need another Brandis. The world needs to see what Roseanne has to offer.
I was just telling one of my interns the other day, I was saying, we know this, but we don't really fully accept this. God made only one of you.
Only one.
There wasn't a copy made. There's nobody else who has your fingerprint. There's no one else who has your DNA. God made you, and he made you for a reason so that people could see you.
Right.
Yeah.
And not your title.
Right.
He likes what he sees. Do you like what he sees?
He loves what he sees in you. He loves your quirky personality. He loves your sense of humor that maybe only a few people get. He loves all those things about you. He loves that you maybe think about things a lot more than other people. There's so many parts of us that we try to change because we don't think that people are going to enjoy it, or we maybe don't enjoy it in ourselves, or we haven't fully accepted it in ourselves.
We see the value.
But that's exactly who he made you to be, not titles.
Yeah.
Right.
And what's interesting is a lot of times we are who we are as soon as we come out. I see Sky's personality.
Oh my goodness.
Fully.
Yes.
Right now.
From birth.
And she has not changed since birth.
Has not changed.
And she is too.
Yes.
And this is the same child making the same faces with the same, Yeah. And so we are who we are. Sky isn't, her type. So if she comes later and I see her being something other than herself as a mom, and I know who she's been, imagine how God feels. He sees you, he knows how amazing you are, but you only lead with the fact that you're single.
It's not enough for him.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What I think about sometimes, I look at the Proverbs 31 woman, because every Christian woman's like, yes, Proverbs 31, honey, that's me. When I look at her and I'm like, hold up. You got to stop and think. This woman must have been so focused on who she is, who God has called her to be, that she was capable of doing X, Y, and Z, A, B, C, to be that person that we now herald as this epic woman that we want to emulate. She wasn't busy, so we don't need to model everything that she did. We need to take from that scripture the fact that she was focused and intentional about her womanhood, and that focus gave her the capacity to go out and knit and crochet, and her husband was respected in the streets because she was a really great wife at home, and you know what I mean,
merchant ships.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean, all of these beautiful attributes that we see in her. It wasn't so that we take the model of going to be busy and go collect all these different titles and things, but it's so that we could really understand the essence. Like you said, she came with a certain essence. She was born with it. Maybelline says that she was born with it. You said that Sky was born with it. You were born with it. I was born with it. God was pleased when Roseanne was born. He loved what he saw.
Right.
And I think that what you said is so valuable.
That was good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think we take on titles too because of how we were treated. So we were treated a certain way. So we take on a title to either disprove how we've been treated, right? We take on a title as a angry woman, or as I'm going to be single forever because I saw how my dad treated my mom, or I have to be married because my mom was, so we take on some of these things and some of these titles because of our backgrounds and things we've been through, and so we cling to certain titles because of that.
Yeah.
Which also has to be fully assessed.
Yes.
I suggest in therapy, but you do you.
But start asking the questions. Start asking the questions, and I mean that's so good. You got to start asking yourself, why do I carry these titles the way that I do? Why are they anchors? Why is it so important that people know this about me?
Or why do I want the title?
Yeah,
so for the
so
single
bad.
woman, why do you want to get married? For the woman who doesn't have children, why do you want children?
Yeah.
For the woman who didn't finish the master's degree or the bachelor's degree, why do you want that degree? Why do you need these titles? Why do you need to be the director? Why do you need to be the manager?
Yeah.
It's not that we don't want you to be ambitious, but you need to know why you want what you want.
Absolutely.
Which is the next major solution. Rely on woman first, which means guide your life as a woman. I'm a woman who is a wife. I'm a woman who is a mom. I'm a woman who has a business. I'm a woman who is other things, but I am woman first versus saying I'm a single woman. As a single woman, blah, blah, blah. As a woman who is currently single, you get what I'm saying? Totally different lens, totally different perspective, different guidelines, different ideology. Because I'm a woman first.
Our life would be totally different if we got it like that. If we didn't walk through the door and say, I'm a Latina woman, I'm a white woman, I'm a black woman. Can you imagine what the world would look like?
Totally different. A totally more connected world.
It would.
More integrated world. More diverse world in sincerity.
Absolutely.
Like, honestly. But use that as the lens. I'm a woman who is versus I am this type. I am a married woman. I'm a woman who is married. I'm a woman who has 2 children, but I am not mom first.
Absolutely not.
I'm not, you know? So I feel like that's a major point for us to consider. The language.
Absolutely.
I love that tip, Sybil, only because I recently updated my bio, and normally when I read bios, I see Brandis is a mom, Sybil is a wife, and then I always see the person leading with their title. So I started to look at different examples, and I'm like, I don't want mine to say that. So I put my loves for travel and all these things that I wanted in the second paragraph. In the first paragraph, I put how I could help women. And then the final paragraph, I put that I'm a mom and a wife. And something in me felt a little bit selfish. I'm like, it's not that my title as wife or mom is secondary, but that's just not Roseanne. That's one of the roles Roseanne plays.
Yeah.
So this right here is validating.
Right, yeah. That's good.
Shouldn't we clap it up first? You're a woman.
Absolutely.
I'm a woman, and I know what it takes for you to wake up every day as a woman. Now, what are you doing with your womanhood?
Right.
Oh, well, I do this with my womanhood. I do that. Oh, beautiful. But you're a woman. Round of applause, pound, and a piece of cake.
Right.
Because you are out here killing it.
Exactly.
As a woman, that's enough.
Let's just connect there.
Yeah.
As
Then
a
tell
woman.
me more about your womanhood. How has that changed the world? Oh, okay, because you do this as a woman. You're doing that. Okay. Oh, I see how your womanhood has blossomed and has impacted the rest of the world. Okay.
Great girlfriends, I hope you're feeling the release, because I got so tired of being Hadar's mom and Othniel's mom. I'm like, no, I have a name. I am not Hadar's mom.
Yeah. Roseanne, Brandis, yes.
I have a name. Learn my name.
and just try it one day, just going out into the world as just a woman. Try it tomorrow.
Yes.
Not with any title attached to it.
Yes.
You're going to feel
feels
so good. I feel good saying it. I feel lighter saying it. Yeah.
A woman.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. Oh, this just reminds me. Dylan has his shirt. I'm like, take it off, baby. We got to wash it. We have to wash it. I'm a girl. What's your superpower? I know we've seen it everywhere. But for real.
Truly.
For real.
Truly.
She loves to wear a shirt daily. I'm like, we got to wash that one. But I love the fact that she loves that.
Yes.
That's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough. And if we can teach our girls that, then they become women who know their superpower before they even get a title.
1,000%. Well, I am woman. Hear me roar.
Yes. But seriously, I think chest out.
Right.
Women, I don't think that men do it the way we do. I think when they get the title man, I think their chest puffs up like a lion. I think they feel great. I think they peacock. That's it. As soon as you call them a man.
Oh yeah.
What?
That's all they need.
That's what I said. I feel like, man, but come on, women.
Right.
Women. I love this climate we're in right now, where women are feeling so capable and so empowered and so strong and so bold. I would love for us to just rest in that. Can that just be the way we move going forward?
1,000%.
When people say, who are you? I'm a woman.
Right.
Just let them pause on it for a second.
Right.
Let them soak that up.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, that's it for today. Absolutely. I hope they have pen and paper. If you didn't have pen and paper, you got to rewind it and you got to listen again.
Oh, you can go to our website, thegreatgirlfriends.com, where all of our show notes, we put all of our show notes. So if you great girlfriends are like, dang, I ain't have my pen and my paper because I was on the elliptical machine, it's okay. Go back to our website and you'll see all of our show notes there.
Awesome. Have a great week.
We could not end this podcast without thanking our amazing husbands.
Yes, thank you, Kwaku.
And thank you so much, Rich Daniel.
And our beautiful children, thank you, Sam and Dylan.
And thank you, Miss Sky Daniel.
And thank you to all of you great girlfriends for trusting us as your go-to source for everything life, love, and laughter.
You can check us out on our social, on Instagram,
The Great Girlfriends,
on Twitter,
_great GFS,
and on Facebook,
The Great Girlfriends.
And please make sure that you join our Facebook group, which is over 16,000 women strong.
Absolutely. And make sure you listen every single Wednesday on iTunes, Spotify, Podcast Bean, Podcast Republic, Google Play, and every other podcasting service.
Absolutely.
Be sure to post your questions, share with your friends, keep listening, and keep being a great girlfriend. I'm Sybil.
And I'm Brandon.
And we're signing off.
Peace.
Peace.